Welcome back, peeps. We got another console. Nintendo Entertainment System. You're gonna like this one. It is super dirty, crusty, and possibly doesn't work. I can already tell it's not gonna work because the inside of it is super dirty. And when that pin connector gets dirty, lights out. So we're gonna take it, we're gonna take a look at it, see what's up with this bad boy. My hunch is it's just gonna be a nice big cleaning. So if you're into cleaning, stick around, but maybe it's something else. We'll see. This is from ESTEBAN. Everyone remember ESTEBAN First Looks? Pretty big crack. Something here, some weird like burn mark. I have no idea how we're gonna take that out of here, but we'll give it a shot. I don't know if I wanna use sandpaper. I don't even know if I have sandpaper. I don't think I have sandpaper, but I'm gonna clean it to my best ability and we'll hopefully get it working. So let's go. First things first, let's get it all taken apart. Screwdriver. Hear the crunch? Oh, okay, this corner is a little messed up. I'm trying to unscrew it. It might have broken off the post. No. You know, I'm gonna do that one last. Oh, another crunch. When it's crunchy, you know it's old or hasn't been taken apart recently. Ready for the crunch? Ready? Wait, listen, ready? Oh yeah. Okay, we got 5 screws. The 5th one did not come out. Let's see. Yep, look at it. There's the post. That broke. Ew! There was a whole ecosystem that was living in here. Dude, I swear, somebody just threw this in like a leaf, like a decompose, what is it called? When you decompose leaves, you just threw it in, you throw it into a leaf decomposer and then somebody tried decomposing this. Also, I got a super cool, super awesome screwdriver. This will help me take out the screws. I'm not gonna use this to screw in the screws because the thing about this old plastic, super brittle and you don't wanna thread them incorrectly. So this is only for taking screws out. Don't yell at me. Just so much nicer just to keep my wrists intact. I'm young, I want wrists when I'm older. So having this automatic screwdriver will save my wrists. I need to get a magnetic tip for this because it doesn't pick them up, which makes me mad. All right, how's that pin connector looking? Ooh, nice and dirty. I just love how there's always like nests. Like some insect lived for how long in this thing and made a home. Vacuum. Now, the reason I use the vacuum, I like to get all the crap off the board and out of the system so that I'm not cleaning with dirt on it. It also makes it a lot easier. And I just realized there's another post that's broken. Oh, right here, there's another post. We're going to take that out with my security bit. This is a 4.5 security, no, brother, this isn't an SNES, it's a screwdriver. Sorry, ignore what I just said. Now I'm trying to keep this little part intact so I don't want to break it. Hold it with some pliers. There we go. If I sound stuffy, it's because I'm cold. I have a cold right now. So I'm sorry if I'm like into the mic the whole freaking video. Power drill. Board coming out. Oh, baby. Take out the cables. That's the power switch and the both controllers. Looks like there's stuff on the board. I'm scared to flip this around because I'm looking and it looks like there's like water that was seeping into here. Shielding is coming off. The big reveal in 3, 2, 1. Oh no. Some spider, is that a spider egg or something? Ew. Dude said I'm setting up shop right here on the, is that the CPU? On the CPU. Do we open it? What if there's like a big like egg in there? Take the rest of this stuff off. If you're wondering what this drill is, it is a Amazon Basics 4-volt power drill. I heard good reviews on it, so I bought it. Highly recommend it. It's been super awesome. Controller port, P1, P2. Right away, I'm gonna put all of the plastic shelling as well as the RF shielding in the tub, in the bathtub. I'm gonna let it soak, get it all cleaned off easily in the tub so I'm not messing around on my station here. If you've ever wondered how to take apart this thing, I like to take out the springs, not screws. There are 2 springs, and then there's a little connector piece right here that you just pull out. See that? And that's on the other side too. Okay. There. Okay. I don't know why that was so difficult. So you see these 2 mounts on either side? You have to pull it inward. So now you have 2 parts. Woohoo! Let's take the drawer off of the top lid. Super duper quick. Now it's just some flatheads holding those screws down. Because a lot of this gunk and dirt has been stuck on here for how many decades, and leaving it sit in the warm water will help it so much. Now I'll figure out an idea for this door here. That's definitely a burn mark. Dude, that's on there. Oh no. I'm gonna let it soak in there, in the tub. I'll be right back. Okay, while that is cooking, let's clean up the space. Let's clean up the workspace. Let's get reset. And let's take a look at this board. What I'm surprised a lot of YouTubers don't do is show you how they clean their station. Cleaning is very important because you don't want diseases on your table, because then those diseases get carried onto the console, and then the console gives it to the person, and then the person dies. Okay, board. I think we should take a look at this little spider egg down here. Oh yeah. Okay. The egg has been cracked. I just see a bunch of dust. Burn the egg sack. Burn the egg sack. Look at that. That's clean. Okay. First things first, let's spray the board with some IPA. Take off this 72 pin connector. Pins could use some cleaning. I'll clean the pins. IPA, 91%. If you can find 99, do that. And wash it down, wash it down. Now, it is weird because I'm seeing a bunch of like flux almost. It's hard to see because I'm kind of cleaning it off, but usually you don't see all that much flux unless somebody was working on it. Or maybe just Nintendo messed it up. Now, I hope that this has good caps, because if it doesn't, I don't have any caps on me. I might have to order some. You know, I'm also gonna heat up the board just a little bit, because when stuff's hot, it's able to clean better. So I'm just putting on my hot air station at 200 degrees. This will warm up the board too if we want to work on it. Now, I am noticing right away that there is some solder on the grounding pads over here. So maybe somebody was looking at it. There's also a little white mark on the PPU. That's interesting. Very filthy console. Now that we got the board all clean, I'm going to first clean these pads here. Now, I personally, lightly, very lightly, use a little bit of Brasso. It is a metal polish because I like buffing the pads. I like getting them clean and removing all the tough crusts that are on those pins. People don't like using this because it damages the pins, they say, but I feel like it really gets the grime off them. All the consoles I've used it on, I've not had any deteriorate or lose connection. It's improved it by millions of percentage points. So I highly recommend Brasso, but only a little bit. So I'm gonna put it on both sides. I just take a Q-tip. Whoa, that's way too much. Dabble it. That's plenty. And I get another Q-tip and just rub it in. And you'll see exactly how much it removes. I just go back and forth, back and forth. I'm not pushing down too hard. Look at all that. And I like to go up and down. And then I take some IPA with the other end of the Q-tip and I clean it off. Now I might do another round of this. That's the first buffer I'm doing right now. Do a little more IPA, just get all that polish off. All right, slip it, do it the other side. Grab that Q-tip again, I had it all on there, and just rub it in. And that one looks really good. I like how that one turned out. Here's the other side. Let's now take a look at the 32 pin connect, or 72 pin. I'm gonna spray a whole bunch of IPA in here. Get a little brush. I like to go up and down, like stab it. So I can get the, because there's 2 layers on the top here. There's a bottom layer, and then in the back, there's a top layer. The top layer is more in the back. So these are pushing up, these are pushing down. So when the cartridge slides in, these need to push like that. So I'm trying to jab into there to get the top ones. I also like to clean the bottom ones as well down here. I'm always a firm believer in trying to keep the original 72 pins because there's a feel that you get with them that you can't replicate with newer pin connectors. They're very stiff, the new ones. I just like being able to refurbish these old ones so I can have OEM, the OEM feel. Now, I also have a technique of bending these pins back if they're super loose, so we'll see here in a second if these need to be bent or not. So I'm gonna take a game, take the pin connector, put it in. Okay. It is not the strongest connection, but it is definitely a good connection. I think we should put this in a game. Or put the pin connector back in and test it. See if we get anything on the screen. Game is in. Let's get our hookups. Let's see on the screen. Look for the red light. Oh! I like what I see, I like what I see. Reset, works great. Now for the bump test. The bump test is me touching the cartridge connector. If it disconnects, it disconnects. Sometimes if you have a really good pin connector, if you bump it, it doesn't do anything. But if I do it slowly, we still have connection. So that's a really good sign, Esteban. Let's test the game. After I clean one of the ports, because it's super dirty. That's the most important thing you can do to these consoles if it is not working, especially if you have a black screen or a colored screen with a flashing light. You want to clean it first. Take it apart, clean everything, just as you saw me did there. Plug everything back in, And 80% of the time, I guarantee it will work. After these consoles just have sat for so many years in basements, and you just gotta get them out, clean them up, and you're good to go. Who thinks it's gonna work? Me, I think it's gonna work. Super Mario Bros. Yes, Mario. It works great. Oh my goodness. Colors are beautiful. There's no wavy lines, so the capacitors are good. Now, even though they are good right now, they will probably not be good in the next few years here. So I always recommend replacing the capacitors, but unfortunately, since I don't have any on me, I can't do that. We have to order some. That's all right, this thing is working great. Flagpole. Let's switch back to the sky view, get some final cleanings in, grab the parts that have been soaking, lay it all out, put it back together, brush our hands off. We'll call it a win. We are back from the bathroom. Clean, well, relatively cleaned. Ew, a big hair. Okay. First things first. We're gonna get this all dried off. We're gonna do some final touch-ups, some little close-up on the cleanings and such like that. So let's get into it. It all turned out great. Well, there's still some mechanical removal I had to do, but here's a picture of what my tub looked like. Ew! Actually, who am I kidding? My tub always looks like that. It's the same way we removed it. Just put the little prongs in first, and then we can put the springs in. Not screws, I keep calling them screws. There's some mechanical removal I need in here. Also, I'm gonna try and fix this bottom vent here. It is slightly bent. I'm hoping I can heat this up a little bit so I can re-bend it back into place. But I don't want to keep too much heat on it because then it's gonna burn the plastic. Also, I brought this really cool like air blower because after I'm done cleaning, I don't like to have the water in there. So this is like one of the most powerful like blowers, I guess. Getting all the water out. Wow, look at that, look how clean it is. Like I said, I'm gonna get in here. So I'm prop it like this. I'm gonna heat inside the compartment. I swear, this is gonna go so bad. Now, I don't wanna get it too hot. I'm only at 200 degrees right now. So I just wanna re-bend this. Okay. Look at that. It's somewhat working. Okay, well now it's sort of like in the case now. Look at that. I call that a win. Definitely looks a lot better. I feel like if I keep messing with it though, it's gonna do stuff I don't wanna, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let's put our controller port back on. Good. I'm really happy with how this inside turned out. It was not looking good before. Okay, now we need the switch. Let's clean the switch off. Again, just some IPA. And if you're wondering how to take these these buttons off, you can just pull. Just pull them off. And they can really get in there. Use some vinegar. Cleaner than a whistle. Let's get it in. Okay, okay. Now we will do a final touch up on the outside once everything is put back together. I like to put these together first. Just makes the assembly way easier. Because then I can take this power switch, plug it in under the RF shield. Okay, next is the tray. I'm gonna blow this one off too. Now, if you're wondering why I'm blowing all my stuff off, there's water on it from being in the tub. You don't want to have humidity and water inside these consoles because that's what causes the corrosion. So always just make sure your stuff is dry when you're putting it back together. If it's IPA, it's a different story because it evaporates quickly. Water sits around, hangs tight, and corrodes everything. So that's a no. It's a no from me. Tray now. All right, let's do another test. Just to make sure everything is good. I didn't mess anything up. No red herrings. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I don't have a game in. You know, a game would help. Look at that. Clean. Esteban, you got a good console. This thing's working great. Let's try another game. Just for funsies. Mega Man, you're always difficult. Okay, we're still good. Let's put it back together. Top shielding on. Again, I apologize. I could not get anything to clean this rust off. I don't have any sort of like sandpaper, but I want to get this to you as soon as possible, Esteban. Okay. Bottom portion, cleaned, happy with. Now, this goober, so much hair on it. So this guy had a lot of not breakage. I just had this guy chip off in the cleaning process. But I want to go around cleaning the rest of this. All right, and I'm gonna super glue these back on, these little pieces here. Mounts are on. I'm gonna let that dry. While it's drying, I'm gonna take a look at this drawer here and just clean it a little bit. Don't use IPA on this label. I always keep forgetting and it smudges. Because you can remove this whole label with IPA. Be careful. All right, it is now pretty much done drying. I'm gonna actually take my soldering iron and I'm gonna melt around here, just so I'm getting a more secure connection and so it doesn't break off easily. I'm barely doing this because I don't want to burn the plastic too much. So, that is what I did. See how it looked, it's a little melted in there. The reason I'm doing that is I want the plastics to fuse, so it creates a stronger connection. So now that that's all dried up, I'm just gonna put the door back on. Door is on. Now, if I'm being honest, I think this is kind of cool. It looks like a battle scar. Like this Nintendo was through wars of child gaming and like sunbeams and lasers. So Esteban, I'm gonna have you decide what you want to do with that. Okay, let's put it all together now. And again, I'm gonna do one final cleaning, but I just want to get it all together so it's more sturdy. Now I do want to be careful and slow here, because I don't want to break those things off again. about as good as I'm gonna get it. It is looking 90 times better than what it was. Unfortunately, all these stains, I just think are so baked into the console. I mean, this feels super smooth on top here, but I just can't get it. I'm sorry, I can't. I've been scrubbing it so long. Let's get a final test on it. Down at the testing center. My hard game, Mega Man. Okay guys, after taking a look at it, I'm super happy with how it came out. Esteban, thank you again for sending it in and supporting the channel. You mean so much over here at PowerVintage. I'm gonna sign off. If anyone wants to reach out to me and have me look at their system, please do at my email. I respond almost instantly, so please reach out. Stay tuned. I know this was a quick, simple cleaning fix, but I do have a lot of boards that I know have more in-depth fixes that I'll take a look at. So stay tuned for those. We'll see you in the next one. See ya.